been a while, and I'll talk about why I've been gone at the end. If you're new, I've been playing for 2 years, and I'm starting over on an alt as a free-to-play, with the goal of clearing in-game content outside of anomaly arbitration, and guiding new players as I go. I've been advised to tell you to hit the like button and subscribe as opposed to my usual intro, and now, story time. Last time I beat Kikolia, and Bronya was made the new Supreme Guardian. Since then, I've left Belobog and made my way to the Xianzhou. Before leaving, I said goodbye to some of the friends I made, took some photos, and then we got moving. Just as Pom Pom was about to reveal our next destination, we got a call from Kafka. We haven't seen much of her since the first episode, but she's the person who brought us to the Herta space station and put the Stellaron in her body. She says that she wants us to change course and instead head towards the Luofu. She says that there was a Stellaron burst that happened there recently, and dealing with that is something the Astral Express crew would be interested in. She also claims that the Xianzhou Alliance thinks the Stellaron hunters are to blame for the burst, and one of her companions, Blade, has been captured. She wants to free her companion, resolve the Stellaron crisis, and clear their names. The crew didn't believe her, but not going to the Xianzhou and helping because they don't like the Stellaron hunters is not how they get down. So they go. And to keep a long story short, Kafka was telling the truth. If she's guilty of anything, it's of knowing that the Stellaron burst was going to happen and not telling anyone about it. The Stellaron hunters follow someone known as Elio, who can see the future and its many possibilities. Elio tells the Stellaron hunters what they need to do and not do to allow history to go down some ideal path for the endgame. And they listen. If it's not written in Elio's script, they're free to do as they please. And it's those unwritten parts that make the Stellaron hunters a problem. Before heading to the Luofu, Dan Heng told us that he wasn't allowed to set foot on the ship, but it would have been fine if it were one of the others. The Xianzhou Alliance is a fleet of giant ships. But after learning that Blade was there, he got very concerned for our safety and came looking for Welt, March, and I after we'd already left. During his search, he ran into Sushang, who is a Cloud Knight stationed on the Luofu, and Luocha, a merchant, who were trying to make their way back to safety. He's still with them. I haven't played up to where we eventually reunite. On the Luofu, we met Tingyun, who, forget what she does, but she had guards and they were helping her fight off monsters near the port where we boarded. We came in, helped her out, and she took us to Central Starskiff Haven, where we met Madame Yukong and General Jing Yuan. Jing Yuan, knowing of the Astral Express, asked for our aid in capturing Kafka and says that we can be present for when she's questioned. Getting to her was actually pretty straightforward. She didn't put up much of a fight and was taken into custody by Fu Xuan. Because Kafka isn't trustworthy, they used a machine called the Matrix of Prescience to get their intel. It can predict the future and reveal Kafka's true intentions. Fu Xuan designated Ching Chui to be our guide to the Matrix, and after getting there and helping with prepping the Matrix for use, Fu Xuan worked her magic and Kafka's innocence was revealed. We got the chance to speak with her face to face, and she told us that in the future LEOCs, in the best and worst case scenarios, we're going to have to face off with Nanook, the destruction. I stopped just after this conversation. My first time through, I didn't really have a full understanding of what the Aeons were or what they did, and now, with future context, Kafka telling me I have to get ready for Nanook, it's a little different. My teams haven't been adjusted at all. I'm thinking I'll try for Sunday and drop RMC. He has a good synergy with Dan Heng and will help Welt's damage, and I'm not planning to start hunting for relics until my equilibrium level increases. Now, where have I been? Honestly, I've just been burnt out. Not from content creation, I've barely gotten started. I've been burnt out of Star Rail. I've even been neglecting my main account, but as we get closer to 4.0, my passion is starting to come back. Also, the last few times I've tried recording and editing, I've been having serious technical difficulties. Random freezes, PC restarts, and application crashes. I tested every component I have because it seemed like any one of them could be causing my issues, and I eventually narrowed it down to 2 things: Windows and an outdated BIOS. After updating both my BIOS and Windows, the issues have mostly resolved. And even though I'm not burnt out from content creation, I'm not having as much fun doing it as I thought I would. It's the editing. I don't hate it, I like editing, but usually when I edit, it's montages. I like doing fun edits to music and not this. I could start working things like that into the content more regularly, I guess, but when I'm thinking about releasing a video, I feel like I'm too worried about hitting the deadline than having fun editing. And I think I've said it before, but in case I haven't, I'm thinking about adding more Fortnite to the channel. I already have some, but I stopped doing it because of Star Rail. But just recently, Fortnite announced a collab with Star Rail. I thought Fortnite and HSR would look really weird on my channel together, but now, at least for a little while, it could work. Anyway, that's all for now. I've been advised to tell you all to hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time.